All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson in Lord willing to be edifying. And I want to touch on something that crossed my mind earlier as I was, getting together. And it was to the point of, how we understand by way of prophecy that the so-called white man is about to come down on the world with great wrath, for the main reason that he's losing his power in the earth. He's losing his grip on the people of the earth. Nobody believe in him no more. Nobody trust in him no more. And the main thing, nobody is afraid of the so-called white man and his military power anymore, right? So he about to come down with great wrath and do what he can to keep his power in the earth, keep his riches, And the thing is that, when you start going into the things that may take place in this age of great wrath, we hear about things such as robots, we hear about things such as drones, we hear about things such as robots, drones, the many different weapons that Esau got, that he go come down on the people with. And it could be frightening, right? It could be frightening. It could be intimidating. It could be worrying in a sense. It could make you worry in a sense. But the thing is that when you really consider prophecy, what's to worry about? And that's what crossed my mind earlier, and I'll get into it. And I might title with this, but I was going to say I can't wait. But I don't like to say I can't wait, because that's in a sense of we saying we can't wait for prophecy to be fulfilled, as if we can't endure for it to happen. But the thing I was thinking about is I'm ready for the so-called white man to come with great wrath. I'm ready for the so-called white man to come with great wrath. You know why? Because once he come with great wrath, that's when the Heavenly Father go finally show divine intervention on our behalf. Again, remember, this is the Lord's story. We his servants. Esau is a part of the story, but he ain't the end all be all. He ain't calling the shots. He ain't create, the end game. No, we know the end game. And in the end game, we win. It's just that in order to get to the end game, the last phase of prophecy, the so-called white man have to come down with great wrath, think he got power, so the Heavenly Father could show his greater power and deliver his servants in the end. That's all we waiting on. So in a sense, I know we hear, Esau, he got drones, or he got robots, or he got these type of weapons, or he got this and that and all this. And Jacob's trouble, at the end of the day, this man he gonna lose. You see, he gonna lose. And once he come down with great wrath, that's when the Heavenly Father have it set for us to win, man. So we should want this man to make you move. We should want Esau to make his move. You see, the quicker he make his move, the quicker we'll be able to have spiritual power and see divine intervention. Let's get into it though. I'm gonna start with Revelation 12 and 12. And I'm driving, so forgive me, we're doing a little in transit. This Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. And woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea." Right? It says, it's the reason. It says, "For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath." Why? It says, "Because he knoweth that he have but a short time." So it says, woe to the people of the earth. Y'all better be afraid. See, the people of the world better be scared. It says, because the devil is coming down unto them with great wrath, because he know, the so-called white man know, he have a short time to rule. And when you go to verse 17, the main people he want is us who have the truth. This is the only thing that could affect this man's empire. It ain't another military. It's not nobody could buy Esau out. It's some spiritual truth. Something that he can't put his hands on. He don't know how to fight. A carnal man can't fight against a spiritual power, man. It's impossible. And that's what we dealing with. And that's why Esau gonna have to come down with wrath, get mad, throw a temper tantrum like a child because he can't get his way no more. Him mad now. Right? But let's get verse 17 to show that when he come with great wrath on everybody, it's a specific target that he won't. And that's those who serve the Lord right now. Revelation 12 and 17, it says, and the dragon, right, Esau Edom, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, with Israel, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High. So those who follow the Lord to the best of their ability, right? It says, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and which have the testimony of Yahushua Mashiach, man. Those who have the truth, those who understand prophecy, those who get it. That's who Esau want to come down with great wrath unto. These very people, man. You see? These very people. Now, the point is that when he come down or try to come down with his great wrath, that's when the Lord gonna make his move. Let's get that real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 59. This is Isaiah 59. And straight to the point. In verse 19 it says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. Check this out. When the enemy shall come in like a flood. Who is that? Esau Edom with great wrath. When he come in like a flood. Now think about a flood. It's quick, right? It rush in. It's fast to the point and the best thing I could describe and what I think about is I forget. It ain't Jaws, because Jaws with the shark is with Ice Cube and them, I believe. No, it's with I think it's with a big shark or alligator or something. But I know LL Cool J in the movie, right? I think it's a movie with a big shark. But LL Cool J in the movie, right? And they was looking behind this glass, and in the glass, behind the glass, it had a big shark or some animal, but eventually the glass broke. The glass broke, and in an instant, what they was looking at was in that building with them. Inside with them, and the water filled that place in seconds. But that's what I think about. When the enemy coming like a flood, within seconds, that place was filled with water. And they was in there with the very thing they was running from. You see? They was in there with that very thing they was running from and scared of. You know, it's like I'm in traffic, so forgive me. But the point is, it's gonna happen fast, man, in an instant. In an instant. Let me read this again. Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, right? So when Esau come in quick, in haste, it says when the enemy shall come in like a flood, then the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So when Esau make his move, the Lord gonna lift up a standard against him. The Lord gonna make a way for his elect to escape. It's gonna be an escape route. See, again, Esau not the end all be all. We don't have to be afraid of him. That's just a part of the story. Him coming down with great wrath, again, is just a part of the story. It never said he was gonna win though. You see, it never said he was going to win. That's just a part of the story. We go win. And the thing is, in order for us to get power, you know, we talk about spiritual power. In order for us to get spiritual power, in order for us to witness divine intervention working out on our behalf, Esau got to come down and kill a lot of people first. He got to make the earth afraid one last time. That's it. That's it and that's all. So again, we should be ready for the so-called white man to make his move, because once he do, the Lord gonna make his. That's all we waiting on. You see, that's all we waiting on. Let me get one more and we can end it. This 2nd Ezra 16. So that's when the enemy coming like a flood. That's when the Lord gonna lift that standard up, man. So like, let me type this. Second Esdras. Forgive me. The second Esdras 16. And we'll end it after this. The second Esdras chapter 16. So first we got the so-called white man mad at the world, and he gonna come down with wrath. And then we got, when he do come down with wrath, he coming down with wrath on specifically those who have this truth. That's his main target. Those who have this truth. That's who he fear the most. See, Esau don't fear a nigga with a gun. Esau don't fear YNs. Esau do away with them niggas quick. Esau fear those who have truth against him, man. Right? And then we got, when the enemy coming like a flood, that's when the Lord gonna lift up a standard against him. That's when the Lord gonna show his power to deliver us. But let's get this. Let's get one more to prove what we saying, and why we should be ready for the so-called white man to come with wrath. Why we should be ready for Jacob's trouble to start. Yeah, it's gonna be a fearful thing, but we should be ready for Jacob's trouble to start. You know, and for these things to happen. But let's end it off on this, and I was able to pull off, so we good. This second Esdras 16, and we're gonna get straight to the point. Second Esdras 16 and verse 67. 68, it says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." And it's the same wrath from Revelation 12 and 12 of the devil. See, it's burning in him. It's burning in Esau to make a move, finally to make a move on niggas and Hispanics. And we see that spirit rousing up in him, starting with Trump. It says, 2 Esdras 16:68, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And they shall take away certain of you." Who is the they? The troops. These troops that's about to be sent on the streets, mercenary troops, foreign troops. It says, "For they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols." And what's the main thing they're going to be giving people? The MOTB. And where they going to be taking you? To concentration camps. See, people don't believe this going to happen, but it's written in Bible prophecy. And the so-called white man going to be the one to do it. See, again, this is not your friend. He never was your friend. He act like your friend to take advantage of you. It says, "And they that consent unto them." So any people, the citizens of the world, Jake, think they can go to these troops, right? Go to the military for help, right? Go to the government for help. This was going to happen to them. "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot." So if you listen to these people, if you follow them and do what they say, you're going to lose. You're going to be beat, right? You're probably going to get raped by these troops, especially if you're a woman. Your children go get thrown in the concentration camp with you, split up, so on and so forth. And then stuff with a micro C-hip. And it says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So the time we coming in, a so-called white man ain't gonna show a side of being a lamb. He's about to show the dragon now. And it says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." And we read all that to get to this point. Once the so-called white man, Esau Edom, make his move on our people, on the Israelites, especially us who serving the Lord, that's when the Lord finally gonna do his part and then show us divine intervention and use some of us for spiritual power. So it ain't a thing of being afraid that the so-called white man getting power. No, at the end of the day, not that he got power and he gonna use it. No, let him use it. Let him use it. Let him do his thing. Let him hurry and run out of his blessing. Because once he tap into this, then that's when the Lord gonna make his move and things can speed up after that. See, the so-called white man, he really the one that's on borrowed time. Time not on his side, and he understand that. And he well get that as soon as I make my move on these prophets, it's over. So the thing is, he in a, in betwixt, the two, because he want to make his move, And he needs to make his move because he know he ain't got time, and prophecy is fulfilling and the days going by, but he's stuck because once he do, he know it's over for him, man. So the Lord got this man set up. You know, but I'm going to end it right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim HaKodash. And with that, Shalom.